Good afternoon, Nkosi Talk Shows family. It's Nomsa here at Nkosi Talk Shows. Find your own voice, live from within. It's Friday today, guys. I'm on my own, and I hope you guys are enjoying your Fridays. Looking forward to the weekend. So, our topic today is when the relationship leaves, feeling the pain, um, feeling the pain of lost. When a relationship leaves, feeling the pain of lost. So let's embark on this journey through the complex and often misunderstood path of heartache and healing. So on this video, I'm going to save you guys as a compassionate guide, illuminating the nuanced and emotional landscape that one navigate after a significant relationship ends. So we're going to cover a few things. We're going to cover the anchors of saying goodbye. We're going to cover the memories in the mirror. We're going to cover the weight of silence. Because when a relationship leaves, there is a moment of silence. And that weight is painful. It feels like your life has been stripped away. And we're going to cover a heart of quiet lament and shadow of the past, unspoken regrets. When a relationship leaves, there are some things that you wish you would have said to your spouse, but you can no longer say them anymore, even if they are alive. Because that relationship, when it ends, and then in how to navigating the solitude, resurfacing dreams. Because when a relationship ends, we have to rewrite our dreams, relearning solitude, embracing the empty space where there used to be a space for two people. Now there's a space for just one person, and that space for the second person is now vacant. So you have to embrace that, the journey within. When a relationship ends, you have to find that path, that journey. You have to rewrite your story, mending the unseen wounds. When a relationship ends, it leaves you with wounds that you can only experience them, the pain that can only be felt and seen by you. New horizons of the heart. Your heart has to find its way to mend, to heal, rediscovering self-love. You now have to find that love again. The dawn of darkness, when everything is dark, when life that was once a blessing, when it's now become the dawn of darkness, where you have to find the light. How you respond at that moment is how you will find light. So those are the things that we're going to cover today, guys. And also, if you are somebody who had a relationship ends, please do feel free to get involved into the conversation. Let me know your story, how you have had to deal with it, how you have had to deal with the darkness, finding light. I love to hear your story and how you were able to just walk in that path, finding happiness. So I love to hear that, and that would be awesome if you guys can share your stories, or if you are just someone who just like to get involved into the conversation. Please feel free to open up when it comes to breakup, because it's very, very important to learn from other people. We all learn from each other. And so let's get into the topic now. Somebody who is watching right now will be saying, Nomsa, can you explain where do I go from now when the relationship leaves, feeling the pain of loss? And which is where the anchors of goodbye comes in. And you have to focus, once the relationship says it's goodbye, now the focus is the aftermath of the relationship end. And it could be your emotions of shock. It could be, you could go to denial when a relationship ends, and confusion. So when you go to a shock, when all these things are surfacing, when you realize that this is the end of a relationship, you have to now find a coping mechanism. And when you find a coping mechanism, it means some people, they either go to isolation, they either go to in denial, or they sometimes they get overwhelmed by the sense of numbness. So love to hear, guys, how you've been able to, because I'm sure there are audience here who have gone through divorce when a relationship ends. So let's go to memories in the mirror. So you have to, when it comes to memories in the mirror, is a self-reflection on the relationship. This may include revisiting both the happy times and painful memories. This may need you to understand what relationship meant, being in that relationship, what did it mean? And beginning to the end, grasping the reality of his end, that can be tough. Now, the weight of silence. When the weight of silence is there, you have to adjust to the absence of that spouse. You have to face the challenges, learn how to deal with the challenges, the silence, the change in your daily routine, in the sense of emptiness that can prevail in one's life. So those are the things that you have to deal with when a relationship ends, when it leaves you with pain. A heart is quite lament. Focus on your deeper emotional process. Focus on your grief, because when a relationship leaves it leaves you with pain, that means you're grieving. It leaves you with feelings of sadness, grief and betrayal. You feel betrayed, you feel the anger. But if you decide to acknowledge that relationship that is ended, and then validate your emotions, what you are feeling, know that this is natural of the healing process, without blaming yourself. Shadow of the past. This is where you have to deal with the lingering of attachment and unresolved issues, past experiences and unresolved conflict in that relationship. When you think about them, those unresolved conflict can continue to impact one's emotional state. Then it's then up to you, how do you respond in that situation of sadness? It's very, very important. Unspoken regrets. When unspoken regrets show up in that relationship, when it ends, what if? Involves you having to deal with feelings of regret, missed opportunities, thoughts. What would have been? What would I have been done differently? Navigating solitude, learning to be alone. How do you learn to be alone? I know some people have done it. I've done it myself. I have had to learn to be alone by using gratitude. How do you find comfort in your own company? How do you rediscover your interest and enjoying solitude? So those are the things that you have to go through when a relationship ends. Learn to find comfort. It's basically finding your own voice without having been told how do you grieve. At Ngozi Talk Show, that's what we do. We help our clients find their own voice, lead from within. When you are grieving, when you are left with pain, it's where you have to learn it to find your own voice. Finding your own voice, it means I am going to grieve how I want. I'm going to respond how I want. I'm going to respond whether I respond with joy. In order for me to move forward, I'm going to find a way to respond through that pain. I'm going to find a way to love myself again. So those are the things that you have to navigate. Resurfacing dreams. When a relationship ends, dreams have to resurface. But how do you move forward? Finding those, recreating your personal goals, aspiration that might have been overshadowed by the relationship, which is the relationship now has ended, and then find that motivation through that pain. How do you relearn solitude? How do you focus when how do you focus when when you don't have strength? You can find peace by embracing the empty space. You can find peace by using gratitude. If you feel that you have these feelings of void, find new hobbies. Create new friendships, self-care. Routines are important when things go wrong. A journey within. Introspection of self-discovery. How do you find the encouragement? Enter into your own psyche. For me, when I go through the journey within, for me, is to understand my needs, nurture my mentally and emotional well-being. Those are the things that I have to understand. My needs is I cannot walk alone with God, without God. Those are my needs when I'm going through pain. When life throws me with things that I did not order, I did not ask for. When a relationship leaves you with pain of loss as part of the things that you did not ask for. This is where I have to look, I have to find God. I have to say, God, I cannot do this on my own. then God has to hold my hand in order for me to find that healing, in order for me to find peace. So how do you deal with it? If you like to get involved in saying, Nomsa, this is how I dealt with my pain, this is how I dealt with my loss, and I'll be very grateful. Mending unseen wounds. Wounds have to be mended. Only wounds that can be experienced by you. When you tell people about a relationship loss, people, they're like, I get you. I know what you're feeling, but they don't know what you're feeling. Only you can experience those wounds. Only you can feel that pain of loss. When a friend tells you that I know what you're going through, but in reality, they don't know what you're going through. So it's very, very important to actually work on your unseen wounds. Healing process is it involves you getting professional help, journaling, and involves you. There's lots of therapeutic things that works for you. For me, it's all about prayer. Through healing, I just go prayer, meditation, meditating in the Word of God, music, journaling. It helps. New horizons of the heart. So you have to, once you find that healing now, you have to find once you find the healing now, you have to find, you have to start opening up to a new relationship. But are you that person who is ready? Some people, they don't really, when they go into this pain, they don't want to start a relationship. They're like, I don't want to go into another relationship. But you don't have to talk yourself out of the blessings because things have not gone how we want. But we can just keep writing our own story. When do I consider a new relationship? Those are the questions that every story is different. And is based on your self-aware. When you actually go through healing, you still have to rediscover self-love before you can find a new relationship. You still have to build a strong foundation of getting back up, self-love, self-respect, and the importance of self-esteem. You have to work on your confidence and work on your post-breakup. There's so many things. And the dawn of darkness. How do you embrace a new beginning? Find hope and resilience. Growth, self-growth, and strength, gaining through the healing journey is very, very important. So how do you avoid the pain of loss? When the pain of loss crushes you to your core and to a state where you feel like, am I going to get up in this? Am I going to get up in this? First, you have to acknowledge your feelings. Because when we acknowledge our feelings, it could be feeling pain or sadness, anger, whatever, that emotions come up. Instead of suppressing these feelings, we just have to acknowledge them. And then we have to seek support. It's very, very important. Establish your routine, have regular routines, schedules. That gives you a normalcy and structure of life. It doesn't have to be like big things. When you're going through pain, everything we do that moment is like a step by step. So it's very, very important to understand that we don't have to actually be hard on ourselves, but we have to. There's some things that we cannot ignore, such as regular eating meals times, not skipping meals, light exercises, and regular sleep is very, very important when you're going through pain. Engaging in self-care, taking care of your physically and emotionally health, mentally health is very, very important. And like finding activities such as exercises, pursuing your hobbies, practicing meditation, prayer, mindfulness, um, despite whatever pain and you go through, you still need those things. Like if you are a Christian, you sometimes Christians they move away from God when they go through pain. They're like, God, if you say who you are, why do I have to go through the pain? Why do I have to go through this? But it's part of it. Pain is part of life. Even God himself, he went through pain. He was rejected by people. People did not believe in him. There are some people who didn't believe in him. So he went through all that, but he never stopped loving. Love is the thing that kept him going. Love is the critical component of how you are able to move forward in life. When I'm talking about love, I'm talking about love that comes from within. When you embrace that love, when you embrace your miracles, your blessings, when you stop looking into the pain all the time. Because when we look into the pain all the time, we block our blessings. When we stop looking at pain all the time, it means we're stealing our joy. Hey, Michael. Hey, Oyele, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Well, it wasn't so easy when I lost all. I labored for in the life of my ex. I felt that was the end of my life. I was so confused and depressed. But after many years, I picked up myself, stepped on my issues. I stepped on my issues and moved on. Through it wasn't easy and it's still affecting me up until now. Because it's not easy to recover all my lost, my car gone, my properties, and many other things. I was left with only my certificate, my incomplete building, and my 2 boys. Was depressed. I felt no woman can ever be in my life anymore. I assume all women were same and never would I have anything to do with them anymore in my life. I'm just reading the comment, guys. Also, I assume all women were material things, that they were all parasites. Honestly, it wasn't easy for me, but I later surrendered to God and I had peace. Do you want me to tell you a secret about life? I don't know, some of you have seen my video that the video that I created, my time when I encountered my time with God and Lucifer. The secret of life is when you lose it all, God can restore everything if you allow him to restore the blessings. When we go through like relationships, and when his relationship is presented with loss, you have to decide how you respond. Life is it works in so many ways, in so many it's a blessing, but you have to, in order for you to break through that blessings when you go through sadness and stuff, how you respond that moment is how you are able to move forward. I'm not sure, like, my brother, I love your message because, if you listen to, we go to the same church, by the way. So if you listen to our Father in the Lord, Dr. Olukoya, how he preaches, how he talks about the blessings, how blessings of life, how life works. That is the truth, is the truth. You know, when I encountered my life, I was going through divorce. I had gone through divorce. I had moved to a different city, but when I moved to that different city, my life, I had plans with my life. I decided I'm not going to respond to sadness when it comes to life. I responded with positive. But when I actually came out of that challenge, I encountered, that's the time where life was good. I was happy recording my music, and I was like, let me take my life with my Christianity to the next level. But when I took my life to the next level now, it was time where Lucifer entered my life. And he made promises. He was like, I'll give you this if you follow me. And I said, no, his way of promises was promising me to be famous, basically, to have material, everything. But after that, I chose God because there was so much unconditional love that entered my heart. Unconditional love that I can't even explain. You know, when the whole world tells you how you're not enough, they tell you how they're better than you, and they make you feel that they're better than you. They make you feel when the world makes you feel like people around you, maybe family members, when they make you feel that you are not good enough, or the list goes on, all the negativity. But when somebody enters your life and tells you that I accept you for who you are, with your burden, your insecurities, I accept you with everything, the mistakes that you've made in life, but I give you my love. I give you everything, including love. Where do you go? You go where love is, where there is full of love. And that moment, I stopped focusing on materialistic. Because when I chose to focus on God, Jesus, it was the time where I realized that I had chosen this path that I have chosen. And at that moment, the people that were telling me that I wasn't enough, it didn't matter anymore. Everything that I have lost, it didn't matter anymore. I had met people who had took me for granted, who had took everything. I met a guy that took our £10,000. We made a deal, and he just disappeared with our £10,000. If you count it in Nigeria, it's a lot of money. That person disappeared just like that. People can just do that. So that moment, it didn't matter anymore. When you choose love, when you choose to use love out of everything else, God will always make a way. That's what I'm trying to say to you guys. God always make a way. Where there is no way, he always make a way. We might not see it that moment, but he always make a way. People were laughing. My marriage had fallen apart, people were laughing. But I knew what I had in me. I knew the person that I wanted to become. It didn't matter when people laugh, it didn't matter. When I didn't have what they had, it didn't matter that moment. So you have to find ways. Where there is no way, there is a door opportunity. Where, if you focus on the pain, where there is pain, if you focus on the pain, you're going to be inflicted with pain. But if you choose to respond with love and choose to respond with grace, and choose to respond with gratitude, the doors of opportunities will be open, because God works in a different way. If you say, God, this is who I am, I come as I am. I don't know, some of you might not be Christians, or some of you might be Christians, but it's very, very, very important to actually, when I'm talking about this, everything is all about self-care. It's all about self-care, setting goals, achievable goals. And not when you go through pain, it does not mean that you have to stop setting goals. Allow time. You can allow time to grieve. When you allow time to grieve, you tell yourself that grieving, there's no set timeline. The process is different from everyone. You have to tell yourself that my pain is different from everyone else. So I'm going to grieve. And once you go through that grieving moment, you have to allow yourself as well to reflect and learn from that relationship breakup. When you reflect from it, from the experiences, it helps you to grow and develop a deeper understanding of yourself and your needs. Avoid unhealthy coping mechanism. People, when they go through challenges in life, they will use unhealthy coping mechanism, which end up destroying themselves, tempting to turn things like alcohol, drugs, to numb the pain. Those are temporal fix. For me, if I'm going through pain, I just fast. I get professional help. I stay connected to my inner being. Because there were times where your body might tempt you to isolate from people. So it's very, very important to focus on the present moment when you go through pain. When you focus on the present moment, rather dwelling on the past, worry doesn't help. Worrying about the future, it doesn't help. So it's very, very important to actually, I hear you when you say your ex-wife took everything, you were left with nothing. But God, he's the creator of new memories. He is the creator of our destiny. We get to decide how we want to live our lives. We get to decide how we move forward with life. For me, like, if you can tell me right now about pain, I tell you that I don't care about pain. Because when I came encounter with Lucifer and his agent, I can tell you that there are some pastors, big pastors that I watch on YouTube that are satanism that I came encounter, and they made my life a living hell. But I never went my way, like, to say their names or to say anything. All I did was to focus on God and focus on my life, focus on that marriage that I had lost. You know, you live in marriage, I lost my marriage and then moved on from my marriage, found my healing. And by the time I was celebrating, thinking, you know what, I found my marriage. I'm trying to make you feel better, my brother. Found my, like, celebrating, I found a good life, and here I encountered Lucifer and his agent. And when I said no, I realized that no one says no to Lucifer. You can watch the videos of there are some celebrities who have gone through it. There are some people who have gone through it on YouTube. I have gone through that experience, the same experience as them, that said no. The punishment is too much to bear. But if I can conquer that punishment and come on the other side and glorifying, embracing joy of life, you can do it too. That's what I can tell you. You can do it too. You can completely do it. It's all about how do we respond. It's all about understanding the physical realm and the spirit realm. The spirit realm, whatever we bound on here, if we bound the anger here on earth, in the spirit realm, there is anger. You have to cut the codes. When you cut the codes of anger and choose joy, then that means in the spirit realm, you have a chance of blessings to get your blessings. So it's very, very important to understand how life works. Whatever you do in the spirit realm, that's why if you see every billionaire, every millionaire, they say give. The power of giving is the critical component of how you are able to move forward, even when you have nothing. But keep giving. You can give in different ways. Giving in different ways is like going to your community, helping out, forgetting about the pain that you can't forget about the pain, but you can actually, instead of dwelling on it, just find ways to find joy in it. Because when that woman left you, like you say, the woman left me with nothing, but God was still there for you to reclaim all that is lost. And that's what MFM is about. You reclaiming what we all have lost. It means you acknowledge the pain and you tell God exactly what you want. Because your book of life is, but when we are born, before we are born, our book of life is already written to us. In that book of life, there is no pain in it. So because there is no pain in it, when we go through pain, we end up forgetting the joy that God has given us. The joy is in that book of life. So you can reclaim your life. You can reclaim it. If you look at every step, how we pray in MFM, is just reclaiming our lives and putting the enemy to sleep. So you can reclaim your destiny, but you just have to know how to reclaim it. When Lucifer asked me to join him, I said no. Just before he left, he said to me, I'm just nobody. I'm just Nomsa. And he said to me, I knew you wouldn't join me anyway. And I said, why? To myself, I said, why is he saying that? He said, I knew you wouldn't join me anyway, because if you enter my kingdom, you would destroy my kingdom. You will not join me. I knew you wouldn't join me. But he said to me, you will catch all your enemies. Every person that he has tried to destroy you behind your back, you will catch them. And he left. When he left, that was it. And his agents come back later. My family, some of my family members in that process, I had lost everything. In that process, some of my family members, they were making fun of me. People were rejecting me. People were turning their back on me. But there was something that kept me going. It was hope, faith, and love of God. That's the only thing that kept me going. And I remember one of his agents coming back. And when he come back in my house, I was sitting down and he said, he was like squashing me like this. And I was like, just get out of my life. And it was like, I wanted to show you that I'm a God. And I just like your attitude. Because your family and your friends are not listening to you when you actually try to warn them that I am a god and I'm a satanism. They are not actually listening to you. I like your attitude. So I'm going to play games with your friends and your family. And he wasn't lying. The devil, he is a liar. He comes just like that within a second to steal, to destroy. But what you need to do when that moment comes, when the devil comes to destroy and to kill, like when the relationship ends, is to find ways where there is joy, where there must be a piece of your life where there was joy, where there was blessings to hold on to hold on to hope. So those are the things that I did, holding on to hope. Where there was no hope, but I find hope because I found God. And to me, he was the only thing that I knew, that he loved me unconditional. He was the man that I knew that even myself, I can let my friend down. I can let my family members down, or my family can let me down. My friends can let me down, but him, he will never let me down. Regardless of what the sins that I have seen, the mistakes that I've made, I knew that he will never let me down. And that's when Satan knows us very, very well. Between God and Lucifer, when you listen to people, they'll tell you that God doesn't exist. And you go to this person, they'll tell you that God doesn't exist. But when you go and listen to every millionaire, every billionaire, they speak, but there is God in them. There is a belief of God in them. Because in order for them to be where they are, they had to learn the secret of success. The secret of success is you need to understand how the universe works, how God works, in the realm of the spirit and in the physical world. And then you learn that success. For me, I listen to my father in the Lord, Dr. Olukoya, when he preaches. When he preaches, I go and investigate. I go and do my own investigation. Doing my own investigation, it doesn't mean I have to go and read books. I have to go and do that. It means that I have to use the words that he has spoken, and I have to speak to God. And the God of Dr. Olukoya, and I have to call him out to show me my undeserving miracle. If there is an undeserving miracle, there are miracles that you don't deserve in life. And he always shows up. He never ever lets me down. He always shows up. If he does not show up, he shows up to show me the secret that is holding my life back. So you can do that as well by learning how the universe works. If you go to Bill Gates is he has God in him. He's a billionaire. You listen to Tony Robbins. He tells you that Jim Rohn had to teach him how to memorize the Bible. Memorizing the Bible, it means that when Tony Robbins' life is not working well, there is a scripture that he uses. That these people don't just memorize the Bible for fun. They are smart. They memorize the Bible to become who they want to become. Because when you know how to use every scripture, you get to where you need to be in life. And that's how they use their Christianity. But everybody else that is not a millionaire or a billionaire, they'll tell you that there is mumbo jumbo, there is no God. But there is. If I didn't have encounter with God or with Lucifer, I would tell you that there is no God. Because or I will just be a blinded person. In order to do that, for me, what I did, I fasted for 40 days, but it was not my intention to actually meet Lucifer. I fasted for 40 days. Through that 40 days, there was so much pain that I had actually, from a very young age, the disappointment that I had gone through at school, holding on the pain, holding on to so many things, I decided that I'm going to do the fasting. and I'm going to do it for 40 days. I don't know why I decided to do it for 40 days. And through the last 40 days, when I actually went through the forgiveness now, it was when it's like I opened the door of darkness. It felt like there was something dark that had been pulled out of my chest. And that something dark, when it came out, there was so much freedom. And that's when Lucifer came in. Lucifer he loves music. I play crap piano music. I play crap. But he was like, go to that piano, went to that piano. I felt so good. I was so good playing it. I didn't realize it was him until when we were doing deliverance with the in Reading. I think that was a month ago. And when I was filling out the forms, it was when I actually realized that it was him. I thought it was other gods, but it was him, because I just play music. It was so beautiful. And it was like, join me, I'll make you famous. You love music, I'll give you whatever you want. Lucifer is the king of music, and he's a big liar. But he doesn't lie when he's about to destroy you. He tells you that I'm destroying you. He tells you that how he's doing it. If you stay focused on the present moment in your dreams, he tells you everything. He is a thief, he's a killer, he does everything. So that's why sometimes some marriages don't work. So those are the things that for me that I went through. That's the encounter where I went through. But I chose love. When I chose to hold on to love, because there was a moment where, when you feel like there is no hope, but God was there. He does not do the convincing. God doesn't do convincing. Anyone that says God, you have to convince, God does not do convincing. Exactly what Dr. Olukoye says. He just stays there. You just have to feel it. Like, I'm here. When Lucifer was trying to convince me that I could be this, God was still. The feelings, it was giving me the feelings. Nomsa, this is who I am. This is who you are. So all those things. It was like showing me the love, everything that I am, my feelings when I was a child, who I was. That's my true identity. But Lucifer was trying to convince me in every way that I could be famous. I could be this. I could be a millionaire just like that. I could be a billionaire just like that. And I said to him, what's the key? Get lost. But I didn't know that I was going to pay for that, which I did. But it's fine. But now, if I was to go through pain of whatever pain, or sometimes there are times where he made me homeless. That was my biggest paying thing. He made me homeless. By doing that, when I was about to move into a new home, this person, he just came in and changed the person not to sign up the house, not to hand over the house, just change mind on everything. But that was the process. I expected that. So he did that. But God gave me a home to go and stay until I had the money. But he just came in and he was having fun. Is the way of him to say surrender to the pain, but I refuse to surrender to the pain. I'm sharing with you guys because sometimes people think when they go through pain is the end of the world. It's not. You have to learn to respond to that pain. When the relationship ends, when all is gone, is lost. There are some men, there are some women, you meet them, they tell you, when I got married, I had it all. When my relationship ended, everything was lost. And they are no longer the same. You will be surprised, like Tony Robbins say, a relationship can actually leave you with nothing. You can leave a man with feeling nothing, or you can leave a woman feeling nothing. So you have to remember your strength. You have to remember to create your new memories. So it's very, very important to actually do all these things. How do you allow yourself to live and find blessings through pain, in pain, when you are in pain? So you have to acknowledge and accept the pain. I hear you pain. Physically, both physically and emotionally. Is the fundamental, is the critical component of a human's condition that can lead to profound growth. When you decide to acknowledge that pain, seek meaningfully in the experiences. Seek a meaning. What's the meaning of life through this thing that I'm experiencing? Sometimes the suffering, like my brother, when you talk about how you felt, it felt like unbearable, the pain. But through that pain, you can find growth, personal growth. Focus on gratitude. It could be simply appreciating your breathing, appreciating your life. Shift focus on what has gone wrong or what is missing in your life. What is present and good. Cultivate resilience is very, very important. Connect with others. If not, help others. Practice self-compassion. Find joy in small things in life. Engage in mindful meditation and like a prayer. For me, it was like, okay, I'm just gonna pray. It does work. When you decide, whatever step that you decided to take in life, if it's a positive step, it works. I've gone through life where I just choose to I choose to focus on God most of the time, guys. I don't want to lie to you, but before I used to focus on pain. I would just focus, I would be like every single day, focus on pain. I did not get anywhere. Honestly, did not get anywhere when I focus on the pain that I was going through. But now when I get up in the morning, I started doing this from 2008. And I got really, really went deep from 2014, where when I get up in the morning, it's all about God. It's all about me and prayer with God. And just learning every day is different. I just grow every single day. I do not focus on pain. I used to really focus on pain, what has gone wrong. It just leaves you in pain. It just leaves you depressed. You just lose hope. Where there is no hope, where there is joy, when you get up in the morning, it's like it's another day. But now when I get up in the morning, I get excited. Because I get to speak to God. I get to tell God how amazing it is. Even when when life, it doesn't make sense, I get to smile with God. I get to pray and say, God, look after my family. I get to pray for my bloodline. I get to pray for my family. I get to pray for my children. So you can find joy where there is no joy. If you feel that, you know what, my marriage has fallen apart, I feel that there is no joy, I feel that my life has been stripped away, but find joy. Really, really find joy. I think in church, guys, everyone thinks they're not saying it, but I think they think I'm bonkers because I'm in a good way. Really, really good way. Really, really good way. Where there is no joy, I find joy. I really, really find joy. I hold on to, you know, sometimes when we say the devil is a liar. He is a liar. Yes, he's a liar, but sometimes he tells the truth. He tells the truth when he is attacks. He tells the truth. Like Lucifer, when he left, he said to me, if you stay focused, you will catch all your enemies. But he did not. He just left. And when he left, I was like, why is he saying that I will catch all my enemies? And since then, when I go to church, if somebody comes in and they want to say something to offend me, there's one thing that I do. I choose joy. I'll go home. When I go home, I say, God, you know how I met this person. There was joy, there was this, they accepted me. Whatever the personality that is showing up to as them, I choose to accept the personality of them as a child of God. And I find that it works. So you can find joy where there is pain, but it is a very, very tough thing to do. I don't want to lie to you, where all your emotions are squashing in and making you feel like your head feels intense. But when you show up and say, to communicate with your feelings, say, no, this is not the feelings that I want to accept. I want to accept the feelings that gives me joy, the feelings that makes me happy, the feelings that are not the feelings of rejection, and refuse them. You get to control. It's like a remote control. You get to choose how you want to feel, how you want to feel. The feelings you want to feel, you get to choose them. So I don't know, but you have to be in a place where you meditate a lot. You got to be in a place where you can pray in tongues. You know, like if you go to MFM Church, there is a video of Dr. Olukoya praying in tongues. So you can use that video and pray in tongues, and your life won't be the same. You won't feel like, I know there are some people who have been destroyed by divorce. So your life will feel different, and embrace the change. Embracing change means reflect on your journey. Allow yourself to dream and hope again. Pain can make the future seem bleak, but allow yourself to have dreams and hope for the future. It is so powerful. Stay open to experiences. Be open to new experiences, new opportunities. Sometimes pain can close off. By staying open can lead you to new joys and new discovering. How do you let go of the rage? Like, I'm so angry. I'm really so angry when life does not make sense. Seek to forgive those you cross path, the person you've dated. Change your perspective of life, how you think about a relationship. Seek professional help if you can. Use cognitive behavior techniques. Challenge your beliefs, or learning to approach a situation in a more positive way. Engaging in physical activities. Avoid whatever triggers you, anger. Develop empathy. Set boundaries in life, and practice patience. And also, that is important. How do you not allow the pain to take over your blessings that God has written for you? That is for you, my brother. Maintain faith and trust in God. There is a song that I love. This song is "Do Not Pass Me By." So this song got me in trouble. It got me in trouble with Lucifer, and I didn't know what this song meant until Dr. Olukoya mentioned the song a few months ago, Mana Water. He said the person that wrote the song, do not pass me by. When they wrote this song, they didn't realize how powerful this song is. I sang the song every single day. And I love the song. From the day I was a child, I was 8 years old, or 8 or 9 years old, until this day I'm 45 years old. I sing the song and I love the song. And every time I use the song, God he always come for me. And when I sing the song, I have to think about the third heaven. The third heaven is the throne of grace, where God, I can walk into that court, the throne of grace, and tell God that I'm a sinner, I'm not perfect. Have mercy on me. Have mercy on my bloodline. Have mercy on my ancestors. No matter what pain I go through, He always come through, because this song is so powerful. It's so powerful. I've never realized how powerful this song is, but it is so powerful. Maintain your faith. If you maintain your faith, find one song that you can sing, one dance that you can dance, that can only be danced by you, a song that can only be sung by you. Find that song. And find that voice. When we go through pain, you have to find your own voice. Finding your own voice, it means when you go to a therapy, you will still have to respond with your own voice. You will still have, in every situation, whatever you do, you respond with your own voice. You dance your dance. When I'm talking about the dance, I'm not talking about the dance as this. Dancing your dance, it means in the spirit realm. Which path are you taking? Are you taking somebody else's path or your own path? Singing your own song, it means I am singing my own song. Do not pass me by. I sing the song in my own language. When things go tough, oh, la, 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 la. La 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 la, ah, la 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 la, la 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 la. La 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 la, ah, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. La 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 la, la 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 la. La 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 la. I just sing my own song, no matter what pain that I go through. I don't care. Pain, it doesn't, I just don't worry about pain. I sing that song where God has to hear my voice, a voice that cannot only be just sung by me, not anybody else. A voice when I come at Nkosi talk shows, where those who don't like me, they don't have to stay because I don't have to beg them. So that's how, in the realm of the spirit, that's how life works. You got to sing that song, because when you shut down, somebody else is singing the song. And then the lessons, you miss them. So you have to learn to ask God to restore everything that He has lost. meaning I'm going to hold on to my faith. Hold on to your faith when things are not going well. Practice gratitude, seek spiritual guidance in your community. Pray and meditate. Pray in the Word of God. Meditate in the Word of God. Connect to God. When you connect to God, He help you feel supported and guided. When life it does not make sense, that will be the time for you to actually connect with Him. When everything else it does not make sense. How do you connect with God? There's a prayer of Dr. Olukoya, and this prayer has put me in trouble with the universe. Raw Power of God is on YouTube. I just pray every single day, raw power of God to fall upon me now. And since I've been praying this prayer, my life has changed. My life has changed in a way that whenever I find myself through problems, God is always connected to me. He will show me where the problems are coming from, and I've learned so much. Raw power of God, fall upon me now. Raw power of God, fall upon me now. That is the prayer that I pray every single day. You can add the anointing of God, fall upon me now. It's so amazing. So you can do all those things. Stay, no matter what pain you go through, no matter what you have lost. Because if you have lost things that cost £1 million, God can restore to you 50 million in 1 second. So remember that. He can restore everything, the whole thing in 1 second. But if you dwell in the pain, on that pain, the blessings, you miss out on them because you have to grab them. In order for God to connect with you, your heart has to be, your mind, it has to be clean. I have learned so much how Lucifer works. He works with the mind. The reason why he works with the mind, it makes you feel pain where there is no pain. When my father died, I felt so much pain, but now I can feel it. Even sometimes his agent, they'll be like, leave this one alone. She can feel it. When it comes in, it's like the sickness. When the sickness enters, I'm like, but these feelings are two feelings that I'm feeling. There's disconnection. It's not mine, but you can feel it. So you have to, that when you fast, I fast 3 days a week or 2 days a week. I do dry fast sometimes 3 days a week, depending with what everybody's doing, what the pastors are doing. If pastor says I fast 2 days a week, I fast 2 days a week, or 3 days a week, I fast 3 days a week. I connect with God. I find my song, like what I was saying, Do Not Pass Me By. That song is a very, very powerful song for me. And God, does not pass me by. Even sometimes, we want God to respond through materially, to give us materially so that we can know that God works. But I find that the clever way that God responds, He responds through emotions. He'll give you the emotions that no one can take away from you. The emotions, when He comes in and give you these emotions, He gives you, like, even when you want to fix something, when you are desperate in doing something, He comes in and He will give you the solution. Because us at that moment we expect the material, but He will come in with the solution. So you have to be in the present moment, not wanting the material. So He works in so many ways, or sometimes He will bring somebody as a blessing, somebody to bless you. That's why you shouldn't look people down. He will bring somebody you don't expect. Somebody, maybe you are even better than that person. So that's why it's important to actually be in the present moment. He just comes in. When you pray, you come in, be in the present moment. Like if I'm praying for finances, He will come in through something. But that's something is that has to give me finances. But if I focus on the money that I'm praying for, I miss out. I get to miss out on blessings. So got to be alert. Got to be in the present moment. It's very, very important to be in the present moment. Help others if you can. Focus, I've mentioned, in the present moment, and embrace the lesson. Stay open to joy. Nurture hope is very, very important to nurture hope. I love the word hope. My daughter is called Hope. My company is called Hope. Where there is life, there is hope. Consult with pastors. Balance acceptance with action. With pastors as well, you got to be, when you're focusing the pastors, when you consult with the pastors, you got to find the good pastors, because they are good pastors. Why? When you come out, your life is never the same. Most of the pastors are into a cult, so you can't judge them for that. It's life. That's what happens. So make sure you consult the pastors that are not into a cult. Like Dr. Ulukoya says, there are some churches, when you go to them, you don't come out alive. He's telling the truth. So make sure you don't consult the pastors that are whatever, bonkers. Reflect on your personal growth is very, very important. And stay connected with loved ones. Remember the impermanence of pain. Finding peace and self-realization is very, very important as well. And the power of love and self-love. Overcoming victimhood through creation. It's very, very important. The role of laughter, the role of joy, self-expression. Very, very important. How do you evaluate your life and reclaim your identity after a relationship loss? Reflect on your values and beliefs. Assess your current state. Explore your interest and passion. Set personal goals. Seek feedback. Embrace the change. Practice self-compassion. Engage in self-reflection. Cultivate self-confidence. Seek professional help if it's needed. Focus on your strength. Develop a support network. Take care of your physical health. Explore your spiritual faith. Celebrate your uniqueness. Because through that pain, you're still you. You're still unique. How you respond to life is how God is able to take your life to the next level. When you understand your uniqueness, when you celebrate your uniqueness, it means you are strengthening your inner being. You're strengthening whatever God has in store for you to actually come to pass. Pain, it does not have to take away our joy. When we meet people, when I met my spouse after divorce, I had made a decision in my head that I'm gonna be okay to love again. I'm okay to love again. But if that does not work out, I'm okay with that as well. And there was joy in me. And when I met my spouse, I was happy to meet that person. And at the same time, I was like to God, I'm happy too if a relationship doesn't work out. When a relationship doesn't work out, it doesn't mean that it's the end of our joy. It does not mean that it's the end of our happiness. Life must go on. No matter how painful that is, life must go on. But you get to choose how you respond. Because how you respond in that moment is the critical component of how you are able to move forward. Like I said before, when you come at Ngozi Talk Shows, don't come at Ngozi Talk Shows just to have fun. You have to learn the things, how the universe works, how the physical world works. We live in the physically and the spiritually, the spirit realm as well, it exists. Our spirit is the ones that when we communicate to ourselves, we communicate to God. When we communicate, it's like if your life is not going well, you have to understand where God is. God is in the third heaven. The throne of grace, where God is the third heaven. The second heaven is the throne of Lucifer, is where the pain where is. So if you are filled with pain, if you go to the third heaven and say, tell God what you want, write it down. The joy is in the third heaven, is where the throne of grace, where Jesus is, his spirit, his angel. You can even call out Angel Gabriel to actually show you the news. The angel Gabriel is the angel that delivered the news to Mary that he was going to give birth to Jesus. So you can call out Angel Gabriel. I've put people into court myself in the spirit realm by calling Angel Gabriel and say, any enemy that is destroying my life, that is not allowing me to move forward, because God came to me when I was going through like my business and he said, Nomsa, you're not moving forward because the what do you call it? The slavery is gone in the physically, but in the spirit realm, the black people are still under slavery. So I went mad, really, really went mad. When I'm saying went mad, I went mad, really. And when I went mad, the minute I decided to go mad in the spirit, in the physically, saying, no way that somebody can hold my life, I could feel this energy saying, you're mad. He just left me. Because I had prayed to God and I did not go stressed, I did not allow stress to take over, I just kept going. And God said, the reason why you go through what you go through is you need to deal with the slavery in the spirit realm. So whatever we do, if we break the relationship, breaks up here, we have to cut the cords again in the spirit realm. Dr. Olukoya talks about that all the time. You have to learn to reclaim your future. Let's say if you want promotion and you can't just get promotion. If you want promotion or your marriage breaks down and you want healing, let's focus on the marriage now, because the topic is about marriage. The marriage breaks down. Now you want restoration, you want your health, your strength. What you do is use that prayer, raw power of God to fall upon me now, because you wouldn't be able to quickly do it on your own if you really, really wanted to regain the strength very, very quickly. Because when you choose to actually use the meditation and you choose to call out God from the throne of grace, when he comes in, he gives you, he shares his strength with you. He will give you the strength that you're asking for. When the relationship breaks out, you are left hopeless, no strength, nothing. So for me, I use ideas of Dr. Olukoya, my father in the Lord. He says you can fast. I go into fast. When I go into fast, I don't fight with people. I don't gossip. Those are the secret that he says, don't gossip, don't fight, avoid fighting, and just call him out. Raw power of God to fall upon me now. Give me grace. He will come through. He will give you the strength that you need. And once he gives you the strength that you need, he's not there to give you just strength. He's there for you to find the way, find the healing, to move forward and break away from that pain. Once you break away from that pain, you then have to maintain him being closer to you. That means you call him out every single day. I call him out for half an hour, or I pray in tongues, half an hour, 1 hour, every single day. When something happens When I'm feeling sad, if he's there, he'll quickly pick me up. It's not that when you call God, you can't fall. You always fall, but you quickly pick you up. And you go to the other thing you got to do is, in the Bible, there are people that were blessed by God. Whatever promotion or marriage, there are people that God blessed them. The story that I like is Joseph, Daniel, Job. Daniel and Job, they refused. They kept their faith. They were tested in so many ways, but they hold on to faith. Those are the stories that I like. Then I like the story of Abraham. Abraham never gave up. And what's the other one is, remember, okay, who is that one? Joshua. Ordain my feet like Joshua. Joshua refused to live an ordinary life until he was given the palace to live in a palace. So you have to unapologetic refuse to live an ordinary life. When you do that unapologetic, God will bless you. Give me undeserving blessings. Those are the things that I use when life, it doesn't make sense in my life. In my relationship, when life, it doesn't make sense, I use all those stories to move forward with my life. And it works. Or if my clients, if I get a client and they are really, really sad, or they feel that all hope is gone, I fast for them. And when I fast for them, God knows why I'm fasting. He knows what's in my heart. So he will go and touch them. And when I finish my fast, and then I'll forget about it, like 2 weeks later, my clients will call me and say, Nomsa, meet up, or let's do something on Zoom. And then when I meet them, it's like they've gone back to their old self. So those are the things that I do. I write my own story with God. So you can do that if you believe that there is a God out there. I don't need to convince you. So there's loads of them, by the way, loads that I've met. There's loads. There's God of Iron. Those who are in Africa, you know what they are. There's gods where these guys, like where the guys that appears on the tree, those ones are the ones that bless, like the billionaires, the big pastors, when they want to be big, like when they want to be millionaires, they want a big audience, they go to them, they go to worship them, and those ones that require sacrifice. So they go to them, and gods of iron as well, they are sacrifice gods. So there's loads of them that when you pray, God will show you that this is gods, this God are for this one are for this. You learn those things. I get to learn from those things because I get to tell them off when I feel them or whatever. So in order to get to that stage, you got to be an army. You get to army yourself and wanting to succeed. And that's how I've been able to get to where I am, from nothing, where people called me nothing, to where I am today. That's how I've been able to get to where I am today. And just having a song and singing your own song and dancing your own music, and knowing that when pain take over, know that you are loved. Confidence, work on your confidence, seek feedback, and surround yourself with supportive people. Journal, embrace your vulnerability, reflect on your past, and be patient with yourself, or be patient with life. Allow yourself to grieve, reconnect with joy and reconnect with God. Embrace the present moment, cultivate self-compassion, and those are, be open to love. When you are ready, be open. Don't write yourself off completely because of the divorce or whatever. And so My brother, I'm going to give you a homework. Oyelele. Okay, Santos, I'm just going to call you Santos. So you said you want to find love again. So I need you to go home. This is your homework. Go home. When you get home, you need to start reflecting who you are as a person. I don't know if you write things down, or you can write down by reflecting who you are and what you want in your life. Just write everything down, your character. Forget about the things materialistic that you've lost. We need to forget about that. By forgetting about that, it means you need to find deliverance. You need to break away from that pain of your loss. Once you break away from that pain, I need you to write down the things that you want in life. How do you want your world to look like? When you actually write down how you want, I don't write things down. Surprisingly, my goals, I write my goals down, but then they go to my head. I have to have them every single day in my head. So write things down. Once you write things down, what you want in life, what do you desire in life, and write the character that needs to carry you through. What kind of a character that needs to carry you through to find that if it is love that you want, you tell God that it is the love that I want. You can sit, when you go to the courtroom, you go to your chair on the table. When you go on the table, you sit there, you have to talk. It's out loud in your heart as well. You talk out loud and say, God, you know what I've been through, the pains that I've gone through. But at this moment, I'm a sinner, God. I've sinned against you. I'm not perfect. My parents have sinned against you, but I don't like to live the life same like my parents. In poverty, disappointment with love. I want my own identity. Tell him everything that is in your heart. Tell him, what do you want him to do for you? You go to MFM, so you know the drill. Once you do that, what do you want God to do for you? You have to let go of what you think you know in your heart. Any pain that you think you know, that you think you've gone through, you have to let it go. Once you let go of that pain in your heart, now you have to take a new path. When you take a new path, and if you can fast, you can fast. You have to fast every week. Taking that new path. Ask God to connect you with the helpers. And use that prayer, raw power of God to fall upon me now. Connect me with my helpers and connect me with my future wife. That future wife that you know that is for me. Please, when I say God connect me with my future wife, I don't mean that you have to start being like looking and getting obsessed. God works in so many ways. He will bring your future wife without unexpectedly, but only if you call upon him. Being single, some people think that being single, they have to go to apps, they have to call themselves, they are not worthy. You don't have to do all that. God does it for you. It's very easy. Sometimes you have to call him for a month. You have to call out him for a month. It might be 2 months, but eventually he comes. He comes and bless you. Whatever you desire in life. So that is the trick. If you want promotion at work, God give me undeserving miracle. It's simple. Give me raw power of God, fall upon me now. Give me undeserving miracle. Every single day for half an hour. You do your prayer as normal and do give me undeserving miracle. God will give it to you. But it means you have to be alert. There are people that I've met on LinkedIn that they are ordinary. I met somebody who offered me $50,000 during lockdown. This guy even gave me his bank account and the logins and said, go and log in into my bank account. I had prayed and said, God, give me undeserving miracle. So you can do that. I've met women on LinkedIn that when I pray, I respond to every message. Or any other social media platform. I've met people that have changed my life. I'm not joking. When I pray and say, God, give me undeserving miracle, it means undeserving miracle, a miracle that I do not expect, a miracle that is somebody will approach me, either offer to help me or they'll offer something. It's a miracle that I do not deserve, but God says, Nomsa, you are annoying. Take this miracle, solve that problem that is in your life. That's why you need to do. Pray, God, give me undeserving miracle every single day. I can guarantee you, if you pray this prayer, raw power of God fall upon me now. Give me undeserving miracle every single day. Angel Gabriel, fall upon me now. Give me undeserving miracle. 2 months' time, 3 months' time, or you keep going and keep going. I guarantee you come back and say to my sister, when are you coming to Nigeria? I want to buy you a drink. Honestly, that is the secret about God. For those who didn't know, you just pray and call him out. And also the expectations, make sure that you use, if you go to the Wednesday manna water, those I'm talking to MFM guys, you use Dr. Olukoya's prayer that he was using on Sunday, expectations. It says, you can say, raw power of God, fall upon me now. Answer expectations blockers. There are angels that block expectations. There are angels that block miracles. There are angels that block prayers. So you can say, answer my miracle blockers, answer my prayer blockers, and answer my expectations blockers. Raw power of God, fall upon me now. Answer my expectations blockers, answer my miracle blockers, answer my prayer blockers. And what else can you add? That's it for now. And then keep going maybe for a month or 2 months and tell me how it goes. Because when God is about to bless you, there could be angels from the second heaven that can come and say, this one, it does not deserve this miracle. And they will block, if it's a woman that is meant to come to you for relationship, they'll block. Or if it's finances, they'll block it. Or if you're praying, they'll block your prayers. So you have to know how it works. God bless everyone. And live with grace. So if you go to my website, if you are somebody who is single and you're looking for love, you go to my website and you sign up, and then I'll contact you. And or one of my team, some of my team will contact you. It depends on who says the message first. If you are looking for coaching, please go to my website as well. And on the coaching part, you fill out the form. You want to find your own voice, you find that voice. And don't worry about the website. There's a professional website that is being built under the scene. That one website is just live for just to keep us going. So don't worry about the website. Just send me your application form. And if you want to inquire about coaching, please, as you can feel free to inquire. We've got all different coaches. If you are somebody, or if you want to be coached by me, feel free. For me, my coaching is different. I deal with, I'm a relationship coach. I help you to find your own voice. But how I coach is, as you know, I'm a Christian. So I go into the foundation of life as well. So when I go into the foundation of life, I just look at how your story has been. Because for me, in order for me to move forward, I had to go back to my childhood attachment to actually accept me for me. I had to get rid of the disappointment and accept me unapologetic and live the life that is full of joy. So that's what I do. I just go to your foundation and have a look at your foundation, what has been planted there, and just help you to move forward with life so you can find love, so you can find that happiness that you need, so that you won't be disappointed. When love is found within, you can never be disappointed in life. So love starts with us. And then once you love yourself, you become attracted to love everywhere. So that's how life works. God bless everyone and live with grace.